Alright, I know this isn't my usual video, but I did want to try to film something. I, forever ago, when I was riding in Prescott, broke the perch for my clutch master cylinder. Been using this really nice, like, Moto ES, or Motos, however you say it, fix for it. And it's done its job. It's held it onto the bars. I can't really complain about it. I don't think it fits the best with just how mine currently broke, but that is what it is. And so I got a new master cylinder. Flow Motorsports is having a sweet sale as of 4th of July. So, bam, there we go. All nice and shiny. And I don't know if you can see that, but I went with the 9mm to try and get a little bit more of a clutch window, or just ease up the finger stress a tiny bit. Now, the 10mm works great. Like, I really don't have much to complain about as far as that's concerned. Yes, my clutch finger will start to get tired eventually, but it takes a couple hours to really get there. So it really only helps me out on super, super long days. However, I feel like in slow and technical situations, I do struggle quite a bit to keep it in the right part of the friction zone. So I'm hoping that the 9mm will help me out with that. So we're going to see how tough it is to replace this. I was hoping to do more of a POV, and I was just going to use my chest rig to try to do that, but somehow I'm missing like the other part of the strap for my chest rig, so I can't even buckle it together on my chest. So I've got to figure that out. So I'm probably just going to throw you on a tripod, and it is what it is. So sorry guys, but I know this is an action camera, and so it's kind of hard to focus closely on things, but I'm going to do my best. So here we go. I'm just going to unbolt this first and see where I'm at. It shouldn't be super difficult. All I got to do is maybe snip a couple zip ties to get the line off, because I should be able to use the line that's already on it. I believe this is an adapter to use the 10mm line that I have. But there's no instructions, so I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go. And then basically I'm going to just reverse bleed from this bleeder to fill the new master. And I think it'll go pretty quick. Hopefully this doesn't take me more than an hour. All right, thanks. All right, just going to snip this zip tie first. Sorry, I am also a little under the weather, so I kind of feel like poop, but what better time to sweat it out in the garage. Now, what's funny is I literally just had that adapter in my hand, and now I can't find it. BRB, dying right now. Great. This video is just going to be me looking for parts. Come on, Nathan. Oh, there it is. Keep it together. Okay. I'm actually going to take this off first. I will eventually wrap some towels around this too. freshly bled fluid too. Well, somewhat fresh. Jeez. That sounded beautiful, didn't it? I assume I'm going to go through a ton of paper towels tonight. I have no idea just how messy this is all going to be. Again, I'm really sorry about the cough, guys. All right. That's pretty good there. I'm going to take off the... Now, I emailed Flo before I bought this because they provide their own little guard for the master cylinder, but not for the actual it's not a functional hand guard, is all I'm trying to say. So I need to use this bolt with the new lever and new setup. And now these are all backups. Alrighty. Just a 5. I want to say it's a 5. Oh, so wrong. Debating what to do for some of my next bike upgrades, guys. Do you think I should try a new set of bars? I'd really like some Astro bars. I think they would open up my controls a little bit, because one of my biggest issues is that even with it moved in this far, I'm kind of running into the end of the clutch line with the angle that I like it at. And 2, I can't clear my knuckles, which, theoretically speaking, this is going to be even worse at clearing my knuckles, because there's going to be more travel in the lever required to disengage the clutch to the same extent. Oh, well, there's that. So in case you guys haven't seen these fixes before, because I didn't know it existed until I got lucky with some searching, honestly. So when you break your perch, typically it's not just the top piece that breaks, right? Because if that was the case, you would be able to replace this. So when you've really broken it, it means that the bottom is no longer there. And I did have to do some filing when I first took this off. But essentially, if you can figure it out from how it was sitting there on the bars, which that's another problem I've had with this, is it is just glued to the bars. Let me see if I can pop it off relatively easy. But anyways, this replaces the top part, because this allows you to wedge it in there nicely. Like I said, it takes some filing sometimes to get it to all line up. So this little Motos or Moto ES system is a lifesaver. 100% worth the money. It was like $50. and I have literally been using it for 100 hours. Maybe not that many, but close to it, because I broke it so long ago. Alright, I just gotta tap this off with something. Got a hammer, but I don't know if I want to strike it with anything super tough. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera. I really need to get a soft blow hammer. I always end up using wood. But I am cheap. There you go. So now, what's sick about this is it is now trail safe. So if anybody else, gosh dang, dude. Well, that's gone forever. Just kidding. So now if I am ever stuck on the trail because I broke my freaking perch, I'll have a little fix. What's nice about the Flow stuff is it's all billet and CNC, which I don't know if there's a huge trade-off for strength or anything like that, but it also comes with a rubber bushing that helps to clamp around the bars, so that way it has the ability to rotate more freely. Now, I typically wrap Teflon around my bars for that very reason, so that things can spin. But in that case, it didn't work. At least the way that I hit it, it was so directly sideways or head on that it just, yeah, there was no shot. So that's what it looks like. I'll put back together. I don't know if you're able to see in the field of view, but I do have like the Tusk rotating bar clamp with at least half of the rubber bushing over on my brake side. So that's a good idea if you are doing anything outdoors with their bikes. So, okay, let's dig into this a little bit more. So this is going to leak like crazy once I get all of it out, I'm assuming. So I'm guessing I just loosen that and see what's up. I think it's a 10. I think it might be a 12. 12's too big. 10's too small. Really? It's an 11? What the fuck? Maybe I should have loosened this up while it was still attached. Sorry, guys. There we go. Master cylinder's all out. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that or does it? Just thread right in. I mean, it technically does. Does that mean I don't worry about this then? That kind of looks necessary. Plus the old one has something similar with a crush washer. It's probably just to get the right seal on everything. Let's see if this one's a 13. Nope. Grabbing all my wrenches tonight. 14. So this is what I'm working on. It's a little on the tight side. But it's all going without too much trouble. Okay, I don't want to crush it crazy tight. Dude, this is, so far, knock on wood, not terribly complicated. Ooh, sorry. Okay, that's a little tight. I'm assuming those are going to be 8s. Worry more about placement later once I get it bled and functioning. I would be lying if I didn't say that the bleeding is making me slightly worried, but only because I've bled very few things before. I'll mess with that later. Oh, wife's home. All right. Let's take these off. Beauty. Let's see. So I think I'm still going to use the longer screws. Hopefully they work for the quad lock mount. Yikes. Probably why you shouldn't do that while it's open. But I just want to make sure that it, yeah, they thread in fine. Okay. So I will not be using their fancy nickel-coated screws, unfortunately, but that is so my Gen Z booty can figure out where to go on the trails. And then I also need to use the longer bolt for this, which hopefully it's the same thread and everything as this guy. But let's reverse bleed first before I touch anything else. So I'm going to get my syringe of fluid. It's 5.1, not 5.0 or whatever, so I know it's compatible with everything else. Definitely don't need that much fluid. But might as well go a little overkill, huh? Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, it's good enough. Oh, I need some crescent wrench because I don't have a 7. Actually, I do. It's technically in my toolkit, in my little riding bag toolkit. Because for some reason the clutch slave bleeder is ridiculously tiny. There we go. That'll fit, I think. Yeah. Probably a little bit harder to see when I'm doing all the way down here. Let me actually bring it in for this. Well, probably cooler to see the fluid come up through there. And we only care about what's cool. Oh no, come on, get the air out. Get the air out. Yeah. Oh, just got brake fluid on my joggers. That sucks. This is why I bought a bunch of brake clean at Walmart right before this. So what's nice about reverse bleeding like this is I basically just flip the syringe up. That way, even if I have some air in this syringe, it really can't go anywhere. Like it can't get forced into the system. But now the question is, can I even latch onto the bleeder and turn the bleeder? The answer is no. This is why it's important to have the right tools. Well, I think I'm just going to prematurely loosen it and then toss this on. And I'll just use a ton of brake clean everywhere instead of trying to be so neat. Yeah, fluid's coming down and out, so I gotta fight it. Okay. Oh. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Make sure this is on good. Don't mind me getting brake fluid all over my garage floor. Come on. Okay, now it's covering the piston. That's pretty full. There's a lot of bubbles. I can feel it pushing on me. Okay, let's tighten this for a little bit. I did say I was going to make a mess, right? Because I really did. Okay, let's move this just a tiny bit. Okay, there we go. Duh, that's why it wouldn't firm up, because it's got, the bleeder was open before. I mean, that feels, that's crazy light. Oh my goodness. It almost feels like a toy. pretty far out. Dude, that's sick. I think I'm good. I'm going to drip a little bit more fluid in from the top with what I have left. That way, when I throw on the diaphragm, it's got a full seal. I mean, that's pretty easy. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Feels like it's throwing everything out. I will take off the fill bolt for the clutch, just for kicks and giggles, and see if it's moving the plates enough. Yeah, that's what we want. A little bit of fluid coming out from that. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. I'm going to cover up this fancy piece of work with this. I gotta get these screws on there first. I wonder if you can even see anything I'm doing. Should have turned the ability for the screen to stay on. Oh well. What? Yeah, it's the same orientation. It's just gonna go that way. Oh, come on. Come on. Good thing I just went and bought a bunch of brake cleaner, because I need to douse all of this. Oh, I'm kind of bottoming out on the cylinder. I think that's good though. Something like that, I think is where I had it. Well, I gotta get the Allen key. Duh. Probably want to up just a little bit more. I don't get the best read on my phone when I'm standing. Let's see how that's doing. Tighten that palm here. That's so light. Wild. All right, let's hit everything with a bunch of brake clean real quick before I get any further. Everything down here. Okay. Cap is going on to the bleeder. Real quick, I'm going to check, make sure this bleeder's a little on the snug side. It's such a small thread that I do want to be careful. But, okay, that should be fine. It is torqued to spec Nate. I mean, that's really it. Holy crap, man. Easier than I thought it was going to be. Which is a good thing. Because I don't know if I'm capable of much more. Okay. You think it's an 8 nut on the bottom? I'm going to guess that it is. Yes, it is. Wouldn't be a video with me if I didn't drop the crap out of everything. Okay, so there's a little washer and that nut. I'll pop this screw out. There's tension on the lever, so come on, just come out. Ooh. Nice, Nate. Another one. Oh. Sorry. I'm gonna have to get that stupid quad out of here. Oh, fixed one quad to commit to fixing another. Kind of hoping to make a little bit of a series out of those. I got a little broken down dirt bike from my nephew. And then, holy crap, that bolt's long. That stock bolt's longer than the KTM bolt. So let me use that. See if it fits. Let's just see if everything fits. That is one thing that this bolt has, the flange integrated. Alright, fine. I'll use the KTM bolt. Ooh. Wow, that's sensitive. I did not think it would be that bad. Brother. Can't make no excuse for that. Come on. Guys, I'm gonna lose my mind. Gosh, it is hot though. Yeah, that already affects the tightness. Interesting. It has to be there. Okay. Got too many gosh dang spare parts at this point. Can't keep track of everything. Alright, now I can't lose that. well, last thing is to just see if I have enough throw out on my clutch plates, right? At least I think. Sorry, a little less interesting than I was hoping for this video to be because I couldn't do a POV unless I wore my helmet, which, as much as I love doing things for the gram and for YouTube, you won't catch me wearing that helmet like I did for my radiator video right now. I mean, it moves it out. It should be far enough. We will see. I'm going to test this out on a ride next weekend going up to Kelly Canyon. So look out for that video. Should be pretty good because we're getting up to only 2 months out from, actually less than 2 months out. Yeah, we are less than 2 months out from the Flagstaff Kelly Canyon Enduro. Forgive my disgusting face. So we're trying to ride that Kelly Canyon area as much as we can so that we're ready for it. It was the first race I ever did last year. And it was really fun. It was a ton of freaking fun. So if you haven't seen my Kelly Canyon Enduro vlog / race footage, go check it out. Shameless plug. I never really thought I'd put a ton into YouTube. I'm kind of just treating it, oh my gosh, my nose is literally dripping, I'm sorry. I'm basically treating YouTube like a free cloud where I just upload as much as I can now so that I don't have to store it on my computer. But anyways, I'm excited to test this out. Maybe I'll throw in a little bit of a test ride, but I mean, the difference in lightness for pole is very, very big. So I'm really excited to feel what that's like on the trail. Obviously, I don't think it's going to matter much. Here's the thing. Some people say that you can't really run the 9mm because it will make your clutch slip more. And that's just, I think, hocus pocus in my opinion. The only veracity that would be true to that is because if you can't pull the clutch in as far as you need to completely disengage it, you will be constantly rubbing more. It has nothing to do with the pressure that's on your pressure plate when the clutch is released all the way out. I think I saw some people fighting in some comments over that. So don't make that mistake. Don't be that stupid. All right, I'm going to throw a zip tie on this, but you don't need to see that. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys.